since they've finished the 2 sets previous to this one on the winner's side of the bracket. So that momentum that Kyler, Alice, and Rite might carry coming from that 3-0 and the reset time from Baka and Lust coming off of a Game 5 situation, that is a significant amount of time for things to go one way or the other for both of these teams. So going into this, we're going to see some of the usual suspects, some strange picks that we haven't really seen today. Now, coming in, Lust is on the Orion, Baka is on the Teros, Kyler is on the Gruagok, aka another Teros, and then we have a Thor coming in. Very different character picks in 2s here in Australia than we saw earlier today in North America.
Yeah, it's always interesting to see how different regions prefer different styles. Of course, we always talk about how North America really favors its sword play, and we saw quite a bit of that in the top 8 of the doubles. But over here in Australia, looks like hammer and axe are the 2 big weapons of the day, because of course we see Rite on that Thor having a hammer. Of course, we see 2 Teroses, that's 2 pairs of axes, and 2 hammers as well.
Already seen 2 hammers in this game. Lance coming out from Lust, though. We do see Orion as a somewhat popular character, but not that often in 2s. The popular Orion players in
Lance,
1v1 don't really make it that far in bracket to regularly see them on stream.
Yeah, Lance is definitely one of those kind of niche weapons, and it definitely does a lot worse in 2v2s. Of course, there's Kostlix who kind of holds it, but other than that, there really aren't a lot of Lances in 2v2s unless it's that meta pick where Ulgrim was a little while ago.
First knockout going to go the way of the blue team as Kyler is taken out. But Baka and Lust are both very damaged on this stock. We see a hammer from Rite coming in. He's 1 stomp Sair. All he needs is 1 more stomp Sair. That nair from Kyler Alice, not enough to take off the top. He's not going to get to use that weapon stun to find a side air for the knockout blow. Baka almost taking out Rite here. Who's going to fall first between Baka and Rite? That will set up possibly some solid lead here for either the red team or the blue team. It is going to be Rite falling first. Kyler here hasn't taken too much damage on this stock. He's not going to fall prey to any major 1v2 combos that came out from the blue team whatsoever.
No big team combos on either side so far. It's just kind of been big hitboxes, trying to get extra damage wherever you can. That's kind of the mentality usually when you have these heavy weapons, these axes and hammers, is just trying to get that additional hit off your teammate.
Red team hoping to clean up this edge guard against Baka. As Lust spawns in, they both move back onto the stage. Kyler's taking a lot of damage on this second stock, but Lust is already on his final. Meanwhile, they still cannot knock out Baka. They hit him with like an axe neutral light on the left side of the stage, sending over to the right. And even that didn't knock out. Finally, they get that stock out about 2 minutes into this game. Kyler is very much worse for wear. Might be on his final stock soon, but still the lead is in the red team's favor. That sent Lust really far. That over on the left side of the stage, man, that's what you got to worry about against Teros.
Yeah, Lust is really starting to bleed out here. I'd like to see Lust try to slow it down, play a little bit more behind Baka, but right now Baka's sent flying. Lust is able to connect with that side signature to take down Kyler Alice, keep that stock count close. Baka going for the risky offstage ground pound with that hammer. But slow down just a little bit as Baka gets taken out on the right side.
This is bad. Lust stuck in the 1v2. Baka's coming in, gonna have to relieve some serious pressure. It doesn't even have time to move over for a weapon. One didn't even spawn until a little while after he came in. Nice recovery from Lust. Is at least gonna take out 1 more stock before he's taken out of this game. Baka in the 1v2. Nice little 2-hit coming from the red team. There's the 3rd hit, Rite. Now switching places with Kyler on the edge guard. Weapon toss going down. Weapon toss going down. Kyler's timing those really well. It's only when Baka is between him and Rite where he throws that weapon toss down.
Yeah, he was doing a really good job getting those like little taps. It's not the most damage. Of course, a weapon toss, it's going to be anywhere from like 1 to 10 damage. It's really not terrible, but still really good timing on it. And Baka not able to get to the wall. He's going to fall, and that's going to be game 1 going the way of Kyler Alice and Rite.
Now, KOs are going to be split right down the middle for the red team, 3 each for Rite and Kyler. Meanwhile, the Teros player, Baka, on the other side, with all that strength, couldn't manage to pick up any KOs that game. Baka's going to have to step it up. He's either going to have to grab some KOs or he's going to have to put out major damage numbers if he wants to make up for that this game.
Yeah, especially considering he's the one with the hammer, right? He's the one with the stomp cider, which is something we saw Kyler Alice and Rite both do with their hammers. That's something where you're seeing Baka kind of trail a little bit. It's good that the teammate Lust can pick up and get those knockouts, but it's definitely on Baka who has kind of the easier kill combos to get those.
Going into this no character swaps, the deck stance actually coming out for Kyler AUS here. Maybe wants a little bit fewer recovery frames, like one less frame on several of the moves going into this. That's not really going to give him any more major options. Like, he's not going to be finding D-Light Sair on Hammer because of that.
Yeah, it doesn't give any new kill combos or any new combos as a whole. Of course, he still is going to have all those standard Taros combos, Stomp N6, Stomp Down signature. But, of course, it's going to be nice. It's going to be a little bit safer to go for some of those options.
But unsafe from 3 members in this game. 3 of them were off screen in the top right. I don't think I've ever really seen that many players off screen all at one time in a 2s game.
But only Kyler AUS is going to be the one to fall. You see in the top right of your screen that Kyler AUS is already on the second stock, already getting hurt quite a bit. Side signature from Lust. This is what Lust was able to do, is kind of find the opportunity to utilize those Orion signatures to finish off stocks. A nice neutral air will get the stock count a little bit closer, but again, Baka with the extension.
Kyler coming into this just a little bit more damage than everyone else. Stage control is going to be in favor for the red team. Everybody is able to grab a weapon as Lust spawns in. Coming and grabs the weapon. Stomp side air from Kyler. Lust managing to slowly get back to stage. Another stomp side air from Kyler and a stomp dare. Switching back and forth between Baka and Lust. Sidelight Rite is going to back out of that. Not go for the auto combo, not go for the muscle memory because he would have hit the sidelight side air on Kyler. GC stomp side air. Kyler takes the stock. There's a sidelight side air that Rite actually drops.
And you see Kyler AUS is actually going to be dominating. He was the first one to fall onto the second stock, but took out 3 of the blue team stocks on the second one to be dominating currently. Nice downlight. Going to put some more pressure on the Baka. Side air going from the right side to the left means that Baka can extend this stock a little while longer. And Lust going to shut it down with the recovery.
Now 3 stocks to 2 in favor of the blue team. Baka is very damaged. There's a weapon spawn in. Lust is going to grab it. So neither Rite nor Kyler was able to grab a weapon until just a few seconds after spawning. Ooh. Big moves from Kyler. That's why he wanted the weapon, and that's why the blue team wanted to deny it. Big double KO. That is going to wipe Lust off the face of this game, and Kyler goes in. Ground pound to clean this one up. That is an ace for Kyler AUS, picking up all 6 kills and 683 damage. Big moves from the boy.
Man, that was precision on that hammer ground pound. That thing can have a deceptively large hitbox, and sometimes I was half expecting him to just hit his teammate on that one. Skirted right by him, didn't hit the platform, didn't hit the stage, and found the connection really well placed from Kyler AUS. And that is going to be another one for the boys in red. That means they have one more game to earn their spot in the grand finals. Baka and Lust, no swap off of the Taros. We'll see Lust is going to make the switch over to the Barasa.
Now, in the bans that we just saw, both maps that the red team won on both Mammoth and Apocalypse were banned out. After the first game on Mammoth, that was banned out immediately as well. Of course, Apocalypse was left open, so we ended up going there. But now we're going to the Crystal Temple. We didn't see this in North America at all, did we?
I don't think so. I'm struggling to recall a Crystal Temple. It's definitely not a very popular map in the 2v2 scape. Of course, very small, short walls on these sides, and then those 2 soft platforms can get in the way of a lot of things. But it's really nice for Axe players because Axe downlight can catch people who try to land onto those soft platforms.
Weapon spawn is coming in, talking about an axe. Kyler's going to be picking up an axe, but that's after he had a hammer in his hand and put out tremendous damage on the first stock. Already picked up the first KO, hardly damage. Same thing goes for the right in terms of the damage difference. Going to get sidelighted back and forth.
Seeing Baka really respecting the approaches from Kyler AUS, spot dodging a lot of them. Good damage being put out onto Baka. Lust going to be the one to extend the stocks for the blue team this time as Kyler AUS finds the side signature. Both red team members fairly healthy here on their first stocks as Baka's going to fall. Lust tries to save. He's not going to get taken out for it, fortunately enough, but still, this is rough for the blue team.
Yeah, this is looking very difficult for them to come back from. Baka's second stock, like, he was just basically put in a meat grinder. He was back and forth. You saw Kyler and Rite like overlapping their hitboxes between them, putting out a ton of damage onto Baka, deleting that second stock before he was able to do much of anything with it. And since then, they put a lot of damage on Lust as well, meanwhile taking very little damage. Both of them on their second stocks, Baka and Lust on their final. It's 4-2. Neutral stick coming out from Baka. Rite punishes with a stomp side air, sending Baka off stage. Baka swinging back, though, chasing Rite in the air. Has Rite in the orange.
Oh, but some good axe swings from Lust is going to keep that damage building on top of Rite. Over on the left side, Rite can't get the wall touch. Lust with the ground pound just in case. Kyler AUS, though, not able to connect with the stomp. Ensig will find the recovery on Baka. Lust with the save attempt, but going to get punished for it. And Kyler AUS finds the recovery. Lust is out of here. It's all left to Baka, and he's gone.
You couldn't even finish that sentence before Baka was taken out of that game. This time, the kills were split right down the middle again. Lust only put out 283 damage. We talked about the bullying on Baka, but it was Lust, even though he was in there for quite some time. He didn't put out hardly any damage, only 283, picked up 1 KO.
Yeah, was not finding any of the connections that he was looking for with the blasters. We saw some good stuff coming out from Lust's axe, but it paled in comparison to what Lust was doing with the Orion. So unfortunately, that means Baka and Lust now have the hard trek ahead of them. They're going down into the loser's bracket to fight against Shadow and Goddess, and from then on, if they want to win this tournament, they get 0 breaks. They have to go into Shadow and Goddess, win the best of 5.